guys, this is Azure and doing more of the Tosa Cup. This is a third round match between AggonySwoosh and Qmotion. So for those of you that don't know, replays became sort of worthless after the patch. So pretty much all the patched replays, or the pre-patch replays, cannot really be taken seriously because the replay system pretty much maps out actions based upon which characters or which armies you choose. So with the new stats, what you see is completely different compared to what actually happened, because let's say you have not a warrior monk that attacks someone else and he wins but only has like 10 guys left. Well, since they're weaker now, they might actually lose in this battle. Another guy might win. So it's kind of weird how that works. It's almost like a what-if sort of system. Well, anyways, so those are going to be discarded in terms of maps that I'm going to be replaying. But the patch 2 games, they're definitely going up, and here's one right now. So AggonySwoosh is pretty aggressive. He's trying to get position with his main force here, and he has his cavalry over here with his avatar, and looks like he's setting up for decent harassment. Qmotion is sort of playing defensive here. He pulls his hidden great guard out of the woods, and he's going to try to create a defense against this cavalry harassment here. And he pulls up his great guard and moves his Yari samurai up to the front. Now it looks like Qmotion is falling into his trap here. He's retreating a little bit, and it looks like he's going to give up the high ground to AggonySwoosh over here. He seems very worried about this cavalry, and he looks like he wants to try to wipe them out so he can just deal with the main force later. So the harassment's begun. Swoosh has vocab, and he is shooting away at these Yari samurai, and he's doing pretty good damage. He just wiped out with 13 guys right there. And Qmotion had enough of that, and he's just going in for the charge. Brings his general, 2 great guard, and 2 Yari samurai. And Swoosh runs away. He wants nothing to do with it. And over here, he keeps bringing up his army. He's setting up on the hill, and he has the high ground and advantageous position. Now Swoosh decides to turn around here and attack full force. I mean, he has the advantage for now. He has more units, and the Yari Sam are pretty far away. He might be able to get some good damage in. So Qmotion brings in his Yari Cav and Great Guard, and Swoosh has his Great Guard and his General all fighting with the Bow Cav in the mix, trying to wear down these Yari Samurai here. So Swoosh is getting pretty dangerous over here. He is using his, I'm guessing, melee general, since he's right in the thick of it, with these Yari Sam right here. And he's trying to wear him down on Qmotion. And Qmotion, has a pretty defensive front, but he's ready for what AggonySwoosh has over here. Swoosh pulling his vocab away, still harassing, and they're bringing the fight over here over the river. And Swoosh has still his bodyguard and vocab over here. And it looks like he might deal with the Yari Cav and Great Guard right here, and he does. He turns around and tries to focus on them. Over here, he has another group of vocab, and that's just in the mix with this whole army. And Qmotion's just gonna hammer on him as much as he can. And it looks like he's trying to get as much damage done by friendly fire. So over here, it's most of the cav is out of the fight now, and it's just these few here. If you haven't noticed, the patch was up nice to me. You see my rice patties. That was a weird glitch. Anyway, Swoosh runs his general away and pretty much leaves his vocab there to be sacrificed. And he pretty much commences the main battle over here. And he has sort of a triple protection scheme going on. It looks like what he's trying to do is he's using the warrior monks to protect the Yari Ashigaru that protect the guns. So it's a triple threat here, and he has his main force over here. And while his general's away, Qmotion's general away, he's going to start to attack over here where the morale's pretty low, and he has guns up front to really scare all the other units. And he has a decent melee force here with some good guns and a couple of bows. Over here, you know, Qmotion has a pretty big army. It's pretty wide, nodachis and katanas, and a bunch of bow warrior monks that are now fleeing due to the upcoming rush of the melee here. And it looks like Qmotion is going to try to harass a bit, but a lot of his units were far away and they can't help with the fight here. His Yari samurai are running as fast as they can. He has his general off to the side of the battle, and it's not really helping the morale of his troops. Swoosh has taken pretty significant damage to his general, but he is still alive and he's still providing morale to the entire force here. While the melee battle over here is almost done. Qmotion's not able to really use his nodachis. They did not get a good rush, and they were the ones actually getting attacked. And they're taking a huge damage penalty here with morale, with I think it's stinging arrows and the guns here, and it's pretty devastating. The morale is completely awful, and Swoosh has a huge force over here that's looking pretty strong. Qmotion's men are just too far away and can't really handle the situation, as they're all clustered up, getting rained on by these Matchlock Ashigaru. Yeah, so the Dachis here, they're about to flee, and this leaves very little. I mean, he has a couple warrior monks, and he's running away. His samurai looks like he's going to try to take cover in the trees, and now his general's taking some heat. You know, Swoosh now has a very centralized force and numbers, and that's going to be very hard for Qmotion to handle at this moment. And he's just leaving his warrior monks here, but he is aiming at the Ashigaru, the Matchlocks, and he's trying to get away, but it looks like it might be too late, as these guys are now wavering and shaken. And he's trying to hide it out in the woods and hopefully get some protection from all these guns. It looks a little bit too late, as the force over here is just overwhelming. He has a decent amount of samurai. I mean, the quality of units are definitely better on Qmotion's side, but they're very thin in numbers, whereas, you know, the numbers over on Swoosh's side are very strong with his Ashigaru army over here for the most part. And he's going to take up a decent shooting position here and try to wear him down out of the woods. And it's pretty much working. The melee's done, and this battle's pretty much over. There's not much more Qmotion can do, as Swoosh is able to sweep in with his couple remaining Yari Ashigaru and just rain bullets through the crowd here. Qmotion puts up a decent last stand though in the trees here with his rally ability. But he ultimately will fail here. He did a Nodachi charge, but the flanking negative bonuses here are really going to kill him, as his units just completely diminish as their lack of melee defense and armor is just too much. And they're waving really fast and they're dying. Swoosh is going for the killing blow here. He brings his general in. He wants to really kill these warrior monks. And he loses his general in the process, but he's able to scare the monks away and pretty much end the battle, as the general is now wavering, and this one goes to